All right, heroes, if you can hear me live, type in yes in the chat. We are multi-chatting now on, let's see, should be on Facebook, on the Pasadena Jewish Temple and Center Facebook page, and also on the Pasadena Jewish Temple and Center YouTube page. So I hope that's working out. We are testing a new platform for sharing some Torah, sharing some thoughts, sharing some jokes, maybe some recipes, and just getting together and chatting with one another here at Pasadena Jewish Temple and Center. Well, I say here. That's a pretty loose virtual definition of here. So if you are here with us, please join us in the chat. Ask whatever questions you want to a rabbi, that's me, or just go ahead and say hi. Let us know where you're coming in from. How's this whole safer at home thing working out for you? So it's only fair that you see my face and that I see what the delay looks like between Facebook and YouTube. So I am your friendly neighborhood Rabbi John Carrier. I am delighted to join you live from the Pasadena Jewish Temple and Center Facebook page. This is only a test. So if you're looking for some great, insightful Torah today, you might want to wait till later today. Right now, we're testing a new live streaming platform. We are going to be talking this week, I'll say, about the book of Leviticus, because that's coming, and that's a thing. And I'm personally, I've never been more excited about the book of Leviticus. And, it's really, really kind of a low bar there. So, Sefer Vayikra, the book of Leviticus, great book. I'm not knocking it. Among the 5 books of Moses, it's usually in the top 5, but it's not often in the top 4. The book of Leviticus means the Levitical laws or the priestly laws. The Hebrew name Vayikra talks about calling. It talks about God calling to folks and folks calling back. And it's not, but in the Anglicization, I guess it's more Latin or Greek than anything. Leviticus means the Levitical laws, the laws of being a priest. So there's a lot of rules and a lot of discussion of cleanliness and uncleanliness. And if you ever wanted to know what book of the Bible involves the most hand washing, that's the book of Leviticus. So it actually couldn't come at a better time. I'll say that. And over the course of this book, I want to unpack some learning I've been doing from a great book by Mary Douglas called Purity and Danger. And it talks about kind of the social and anthropological relativity of dirt, of schmutz. She says there's no such thing as absolute dirt. Like every society, every culture has its own idea of what constitutes dirt, filth, uncleanliness, things that if you had it on you, you'd want to get it off of you. And so a lot of this has to do with the taboos of various cultures and how those taboos have power over us. And so that's what a lot of Leviticus is going to be about. So we'll be learning that together live over the course of this week. Today, I'm just testing the platform. So I would love it if you would just say hello to me. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook, if you were watching on Twitch, just say hi. There should be a way that in the comments you can just type, hi, hello there, Rabbi, nice to see you, or not so nice to see you, but hi anyway. I want to say hi and express my anger or disappointment. That's okay too. I'm just testing this out to see if it works. So if you're seeing this video, go ahead and type hi into the chat. If you're watching it on Facebook, that's in the comments section. If you're watching it on YouTube Live, it's either called comments or chat. You do you. I'm going to go ahead and I'm coming to you from Twitch. That's sort of the base platform. And the reason I'm doing it that way, Ruth says, hi, Ruthie, honey. It says, I see you. Nice to see you. Can you hear me? If you could hear me, type here, Hear. There is no here. Patricia Huff. Patricia, it's good to see you. Patricia's coming in from Facebook land. Patricia, I saw you signed up for my Miller class. Haven't seen you around, but that's okay. I'm glad to see you here. Thank you for joining me here. So if you can hear me, say hello. Ruthie says here, Hear. There is a here. right now. So thanks for being here, everybody. So I know that that YouTube is working. I know that Facebook is working as far as chatting in. Miriam Scott likes Pasadena Jewish Temple and Center videos. Hi, Miriam. Nice to see you. Naya Shashi is on Twitch. She says she can hear me over there too. That's great. I don't know. Let me know if you can see my face for what it's worth. It's been kind of a weird hair week, I'll say. But I'm joining you live from my home here in Southern California. Delighted to join you and testing out this platform. Let me see. Is the music too loud? Miriam Scott says hello. Hi, Miriam. Nice to see you. So I'm going to just get a little bossa nova in the background. Naya Shashi says, I see you. Very nice. So that's working out. The chat, I'm testing out the chat scroll. There's a little box right there. And when people chat, sometimes words happen. So this is why I'm testing it before I promote it. If you just stumbled upon our page, don't feel bad. Don't feel like, oh my gosh, if they were going to do something cool live on video, they really should have promoted it better. This was quite on purpose. So probably after this, we'll take this down. So you get to be here at the very beginning. It's very exciting for you, as it is for me. Naya Shashi says, so excited that you'll be on here more often again. Yay. So I'll say I've been, for the last year, I've had some incredible work, more than a year, going on probably 15 months, 18 months, something like that. I've had some incredible work to do at the Pasadena Jewish Temple and Center. Before that, I was live streaming just about every day for at least a couple of months on YouTube Live, and found ways to get on Twitch as well. Twitch is my favorite live stream platform. I think I might officially be the first rabbi with a Twitch channel. And we've done a little bit of live streaming of just regular talking, but also video games. I mean, Twitch is a great platform for live streaming video games. And so for at least in the Jew Curious community, which is a kind of a community that I helped be at the beginning, we've been live streaming video games. Hello, we're at the home office of Carrier Corps here. We've got another executive coming in from the BR branch, and I'm in the LR branch. So I'll see you a little bit later. and I'm also, there's the junior partners who are off of school right now. So thank you for joining me here, everybody. Just testing this out. Nice for you to say hello, that I know that at least the video and audio is working in Twitch. It's working in YouTube, and it is also working on Facebook, I hope. So we'll test that out, see how it's going. And my goal is to be on here at least 3 days a week, maybe more. We'll see how that goes. It's been kind of a busy time. I'm not trying to brag. I'm not complaining in the least. The rabbi work has gotten very different for a lot of rabbis. I've never seen so many rabbis I almost felt like writing a note to Facebook and I don't know, apologizing or saying like, hey guys, we're here now, welcome. I wanted to send a message like, okay, whoever's in charge of Facebook live video, I wanted to say, hi, we're the Jews. I don't know if you've seen some of us, but now we're out here in full force because a lot of people are taking advantage of YouTube Live for live streaming things that they do, and not just rabbis. I know there are other people in the world who exist, but a lot of people, especially who thrived on face-to-face interactions, artists, musicians who usually do live venues are now doing a lot of Facebook Lives. And as somebody said to me once, Jews are just like everyone else, only more so. So you're going to see a lot of Facebook. You're going to see a lot of rabbis on Facebook Live right now. I'm a little concerned about the Zoom platform. Again, not to freak anybody out, but I've never seen so many people use Zoom. And boy, whoever manages their bandwidth, Refuah Shlema, you are in my prayers, brother and or sister, who manages the bandwidth for Zoom. Because now everybody has gone from commuting and real estate and office space and stuff like that to the Zoom platform. Ruthie says, we're so lucky to have you and your expertise. Thank you. It's really sweet. So yeah, before I got into working a lot at Pasadena, I was live streaming on YouTube every day, just about like every weekday. I've scaled it back quite a bit. I've got it down to Fun Fridays, which is something I've been doing on Twitch for a while, where we talk a little bit of Torah, we schmooze a little. Let's see, Daydreamer. I don't know. This is my first. This is interesting. Daydreamer, nice to see you here. Says we are letting We are letting the crash the economic system kill small and medium businesses because of a small endangered part of society. That's a pretty complicated socioeconomic argument, so I'm going to let that stand. I'm not going to argue with you because of a small and endangered part of society. I think a lot of people are I'm going to disagree slightly because I think a lot of people are in danger right now, and we're taking a step back. Yes, it might do some damage permanently to the economic system that was built on, vast cities that were built after the invention of the automobile. Things are contracting a little bit right now. I'm going to just put my chips on the table here and say, I think, God willing, we all survive this. This is actually going to be an impetus to evolve a way that we do business, including for rabbis, including for synagogues. And so that's why like I said, I've never seen more rabbis on live streaming video than I've seen in the last 2 weeks. And welcome to the show. Glad to have you here. Let me know if you have any questions about equipment or platforms or software or anything like that. Let's see. Yeah, we've got somebody who's pretty upset in here. Virus is the excuse to introduce a tyrannical technocracy. We'll see. I hope not. I hope you're wrong. And but again, I'm not. We're gonna wait and see who's right and who's wrong. But yeah. So what we're doing right now is getting into here. We have Melissa Levy has joined. Hey, Melissa, nice to see you here. Do me a favor, and so I see all these great people. Patricia Huff, always darkest before the dawn. God bless. Yes, absolutely. Melissa, if you're out there, please say hi. Rockefeller Simulations, Europe 201. It's all out there, guys. Wake up. All right. So if we're going to start harassing people, we're going to stop. I'll let everybody know quickly that I'm Quick Draw McGraw when it comes to the banhammer. So I think Daydreamer is voicing some real concerns that he or she has. I will say to anybody out there who's concerned about us live streaming that it might invite some negative comments and things like that. I am Quick Draw McGraw when it comes to the banhammer. If somebody comes in here starting some guff, if somebody comes in here saying, hey, the Jews caused this virus, do not at me, do not quote me out of context, because I do not believe that that's true. If somebody starts any guff like that, bananated, no question, as fast as possible. So just putting that out there for anybody who's thinking of causing some teenage hijinks in that regard. So Melissa says, hi, Rabbi, nice to see you here. Still working on some of these things. We've got this little, what is this? Yeah, I'm not perfect. We got this little over here. No, over here. Okay, there's a box. There's a box right there, and it should have chats appearing in it. That's our next step. This is why we're testing this before we promote it. I'm hoping to have some chats, kind of scrolling up into that box. As you can see, down here, we've got new followers. Nice to have new followers in the mix. These boxes, this is like backwards. These boxes down here, this is for stuff that's going to happen later once we become Twitch affiliates here at Pasadena Jewish Temple and Center, and people can subscribe to this channel, and people can donate to this channel. And so I'm not, feeling a little bit like a televangelist when I talk about donation over live video. There are ways to support what we're doing. Twitch has this great subscriber system where you pay it's like $5 a month, and you get to jump the line when it comes to advertisements and things like that. Twitch, we're a media platform, and so when we put out content, Twitch will roll ads for video games and things like that, whatever it is Twitch people want to see. And if you become a subscriber, now we're not there yet. I think we have to get a certain traction, certain number of hours posted that lets you subscribe. When you get to that status, you can subscribe, and it kicks us up $5 a month or something. And I think the temple gets like half of that. And it means that when you're a subscriber, you don't have to watch all the pre-roll videos. There's other things you can do. There's what's on Twitch, what's called cheers, where you can buy this, this e-currency. I think it's like a $1.40 for like 100 bits. And then when something cool happens, like the rabbi quotes the Torah correctly, you can cheer. You say, hey, I'm going to give you 100 bits, right? And that'll cost you like $1.40, but then like $1 of that comes back to the temple. So we're not there yet, working on that. And then that will help us keep this platform going, right? Because this costs money, this bandwidth, the equipment to do this costs money, the software we use to edit it and post it costs money. So stay tuned for that right now, absolutely free. And P.S., we're still testing it. So if you want me to talk a little bit more about the Torah, hang out. We're going to be doing this, God willing, most days this week. When we have a stable schedule, we'll announce that so you know when to tune in. But I wanted to test this out, and it seems to start to kind of be working, that you can come in on Facebook. You can come in on, let's see, we got people here. Carla J is here, yay. So Carla's here from Facebook, my friend Carla. I see her live around here, but also see her online quite a bit. On the stuff that we do. So people can come in from Facebook Live, people can come in from YouTube Live, and people can come in using the great Twitch platform. I wanted to put it on as many platforms as we could so that whatever your speed is, however you feel like joining us, you are able to join us with minimal mess and fuss. And so far it seems to be working pretty good. Still have to fix the little chat box thing over here, but it's a work in progress. I want to extend this blessing, this chizuk, this encouragement to all my rabbi friends out there. And this applies to all sorts of artists and people who haven't used this, who are now learning how to do their business, pursue their calling in a new way. But I want to give a special shout out to rabbis, cantors, spiritual leaders of all kinds. You are really challenged right now to do things in a new way. And I've said this over and over again in my temple, so folks there are sick of hearing it. I spent the last year in Pasadena trying to get people to come to temple more, right? Say, please come to services. Please, if you don't normally come to services, check it out. You might have a good time. You never know, right? And there's cookies after. So first thing we did is we took away the cookies. And the second thing we did is said, please don't come to services anymore. And I used to, like I said, I used to say, come to services, there's cookies. And while you're here, sit closer together. Right? Because then it's more of a warm community feeling. The singing sounds better when people sit close together and can hear each other, and then people just kind of get into sync. So again, spent most of the time telling people to come more often and sit closer together and hang out for the food. And now it's like, okay, no food. Please don't come. If you have to come, sit as far apart as you possibly can. That's been a real challenge. That's been this amazing cognitive dissonance for me in the last couple of weeks, learning how to lead and teach and help people in a new way. And a lot of rabbis are out there right now learning how to lead and teach and help people in a new way, using Zoom, using Facebook Live, using YouTube Live. Maybe some of you will get inspired and jump into the Twitch game or something like that. I had a rabbi friend of mine reach out to me. He's like, how do I do the video game live streaming like you do on Fridays? And I said, well, so here's how you do it. Here's the 2 computers I have set up, plus the capture card, plus the console, plus the microphone and the camera and all this and all the pieces of software and the computer that I have to borrow from my daughter in order to make it all work, because my favorite software doesn't work on Mac for this. And she's grumbling right there, making a face. I love that face. And so I walked him through this stuff, and his eyes were just like, oh my goodness, it's so hard. And somebody asking for advice from colleagues on cameras and sound equipment and all this stuff to make it sound better. This is something I've been doing. I dipped my toes into YouTube about 6 years ago. Made my first rabbinic YouTube video about, going on about 6 years ago. And then a couple of years ago, I decided that I wanted to attempt to, I had a little hookup. I'm going to get some of my Move juice here. I decided that I wanted to go full-time teaching Torah online. And that was a risk, because I knew people, I'd learned a lot of skills about YouTube and podcasting from people who were for people who were, full-time content creators, people who are full-time YouTubers especially. That's where I learned how to YouTube, was following the work of full-time YouTubers. So I knew some full-time YouTubers, just from watching their stuff, but also interacting with them personally. I didn't know any full-time digital clergy. And so I thought, I'm going to give this a try and see how it goes. And while I was in the middle of giving it a try and seeing how it goes, and just like right on the edge of like making it sustainable in terms of I had, different sources of donations and students' tuition and things like that, just as I was making it viable, I got this incredible calling to work at a place called Pasadena Jewish Temple and Center, just to help out a couple of Shabbases a week. And then it became a little bit more intensive, a little bit more of a time commitment. And over the course of the year, I'm like, I love this. Whether I work at PJTC or I work someplace else, I really do belong in a community. I really do belong in like an in-person, tangible community. I'm not letting my online community go for anything. I mean, these are some people who have supported me through some really scary times, and people who have supported each other and built an incredible community around the Jew Curious School and the Jew Curious Show podcast and the Fun Friday stuff that we do. But I was just getting comfortable, in my day job being working in an in-person congregation, and then boom, right? Suddenly, as of about a week or two ago, I found myself doing all my rabbi work on Zoom again, on live video and things like that. So it's been a little bit freaky deaky. I'm not going to lie to you. However, for all of you rabbis who are out there trying this stuff for the first time, I've seen cantors do this stuff for the first time. I got Teresa in the house. Teresa says, "Hi, Rabbi. This is awesome. Thanks for your help, Teresa. I got it working." Thank you so much. Took me a little hacking, but I got it working. And thanks for your help setting this up. So, where was I? But I digest. So all you new rabbis trying this out, and I've seen cantors do this. I've seen chaplains, clergy, people in other faiths as well, where you have spent your whole career or your whole calling, holding people's hands and giving people hugs and looking people in the eye. And now the game has changed. Now it is different, and you've got to try to give that same support and that same spiritual teaching and that same sense of calm over a completely different medium, over a completely different transom. You can do this. This is what I have to say to you. You can do this. The tools are there. My experience over the last 2 years is that you can build profound community and community connection in a very real way with online interaction. I know this because I've seen it happen. I've seen the Jew Curious community, people in the Jew Curious School, people in just the people, following me playing Zelda on Fridays while they're asking me, "Hey, Rabbi, how do I light Shabbos candles? And how many do I need?" And da-da-da-da. Like, I've seen people not just ask those questions, but interact with each other. And people share like, "Oh, I'm about to convert to Judaism." And everybody's like, "Mazel tov," or "I just lost somebody." And everybody just swoops in. Digitally, yes, but they swoop in with their arms open, arms, and love and support, and saying, "I'm sorry for your loss. I'm here for you. Let's chat." People making friendships offline because of this. So I'm here to tell you, all you rabbis, all you cantors, all you pastors, all you priests who are trying to maintain your community connections and trying to teach your best Torah right now, you can do this. It works. It can work. It's going to take a lot of trial and error, and it's going to take a lot of humility. It's going to take a lot of experimentation and mistakes and failures. Oh, the failures. This is my take 2 for today, just because that's how long it took me to figure out how to get these pipes working. And I've been doing this for a while, right? If anybody who's been clergy for more than 5 minutes knows that this can be a humbling job. And so don't let it surprise you when learning new tools is humbling as well. But this is my chizuk. You can do this, right? I know because I've done it. I've seen it happen. I'm still working on it. I'm still making mistakes, probably making a few right this instant. But you can do this. And your people need you to do this. So go into it. Once more into the breach. Be Nachshon ben Aminadav, right? When everybody else is freaking out and doesn't know where to step into the water, you step in the water and the water will part for you, right? With Hashem's help, however you interpret that. So jump into it. If you have questions about how to do this, I'll give you my whole setup. I'm talking into a Logitech C922 HD Pro webcam. This is a Shure Shure M58 stage mic. These are the ones you could throw against a brick wall and they still work, and they're like cheap as microphones go. Piped in an XLR cable through a Zoom, which is a different company from the online platform Zoom H6 digital recorder, which acts as a preamp as well as a USB audio input into, I'm going to say, about a $300 netbook running Windows. It should be running Windows because that's where the Streamlab software works. Stasnik says Kotam UCB. I do not speak whatever language that is, but I'll say thank you. I hope it's a compliment. So thank you for being here. If you need, so rabbis, clergy, Father Poach, if you're out there, is my Anglican buddy here in town. If you need advice on how to do this, on how to make it work, hit me up. I'm happy to share whatever I've learned with anybody who's willing to listen, because I geek out on this stuff. So I'm going to tune off pretty This was supposed to be just a test. So I see Teresa's in the house from PJTC. I saw Melissa Levy here a second ago. Patricia is here from Pasadena area. I've seen Daydreamer with lots of anxious ideas about what's going on right now. This is a tough situation to be in, folks. If you're in California, if you're one of 1 in 8 Americans who lives in California, or you are one in 4 Americans who's under kind of a safe-at-home restriction right now, if, like me, for the last week or so, you've been sharing a 2-bedroom apartment with your spouse and 2 children who are off school, this is a new way of living. This is a new way of doing things. And we got this. For whatever it takes, we got this. We just have to keep supporting each other. For people who are having a hard time, call up PJTC. I don't know, we can't do cash right now, so don't ask. But like, if you're in the Pasadena area and you need groceries or something like that, we have volunteers for that. So really, I'm going to close off right now. I got a little misty there, thinking about my colleagues who are trying something new for the first time. But because I've been there and I've learned a lot since then, happy to share what I've learned with you. And for my, we got Patricia says, Toda Rabbi, thank you. You are most welcome. For everybody in PJTC who's happy to watch this, thank you for watching. We'll probably take this down just because it's been an experiment, and we're still trying to get some of the pieces working together. So stay tuned, though. I'm thinking probably about 3 o'clock, announcements will happen, but I'm thinking about 3 o'clock p.m. On a regular daily basis is going to be our check-in time. 3 p.m. Pacific time, if you're not in Pacific time, or if you are in Pacific time, 3 o'clock Pacific time. Let's say, I'm going to make a commitment right now. 3 o'clock Pacific time, Monday through Friday. Tune in, chat with me. Let's hang out. I know some of those days are my day off, so you might not be able to get me through the temple, but you can be here, ask your questions, say hi, and really delighted to learn with all of you, to schmooze with all of you. Feel free to say hi to each other. That's what happens, in my other broadcast is people just are, they're not even curious about what I'm saying. They're just like, hey, what's up, buddy? They're just saying hi to each other. If you're coming in from someplace other than the Pasadena area, say hi and where you're coming in from. That's always nice to see, because I know at least in the Jew Curious community, we are bi-coastal and international. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you all for watching this, for indulging in this experiment with me. It's been my great delight to learn with you in this way, as a little bit junky as it might be around the edges, and we're still trying to fix some of these pieces. But from my home to yours, this has been your friendly neighborhood rabbi, John Carrier. Delighted to continue learning and connecting with you online, and God willing, in person, when we get through this. So until next time, Pasadenans and heroes worldwide, peace.